Alright, hey guys, we're back. Tour 10 here, that we're going to be looking at another, guide for you guys for the par 5 here, it looks like, Cliffs Hole. This is going to be one of the newly added ones that were added around Halloween time. And here we can see quite the interesting wind. Going to kind of look off my opponent, see where he hits it. I typically use a little bit of left curl here. Be interesting to see if this works out and holds the fairway. Let's take a look. I know it's going to be tight on that right side. There, it did hold. It seems he's a little far back, that I could, essentially just take him out of going for it for the most part, which might, influence what I do here a little bit. I'm half tempted to just throw on a navigator here and just kind of go at it this way, as opposed to balling up and using maybe a katana. Well, I don't know if I want to give up that much side spin on this guy, so I am going to just throw on a katana here. He does have a kingmaker. I'm going to play about 12 rings here, one per ring on my rock. And also I'm going to put that left curl that I mentioned that I like to use and get it kind of on this left side. It's almost a little too aggressive. It looks like it took, not the best of hops. It does like to bounce to the right, and it doesn't look like mine did that. Ooh, might have been a good decision here. So I might be able to go for this. I wouldn't recommend my partner doing it here, but we'll see. I feel like he kind of feels like his hand's forced a bit. I have intuition that that's going to go out of bounds. Usually dictates one way or another whether or not you win or lose. But let's see. One of the things that I can do is, I can aim up at a higher elevation like this and maybe get this to force itself across. So here you're going to see me use some topspin. I might also use some curl. This is just something that I want to show you guys that is, something that you can do. It is going to require a relatively perfect ball. But what I'm doing is I'm kind of cheating the game a little bit and, basically taking it to a higher ground. And here you can see my opponent, being fond of that shot. When you take it to a higher ground over on that left, this is going to be very wind dependent for you guys. So you're not always going to be able to do it. Like for instance, I really need to have that wind pointed towards the hole. And more specifically, pointed to the right as well. Had that been pointed to the left, it would have been pointed away from the hole. I might not have been able to execute that. But as I mentioned, when you aim up at a higher ground, it actually raises the arc of your shot. You hit it higher into the wind, and it makes the wind actually play far higher. So that's what you're seeing happen with my ball there, and that's why you're seeing me able to pull that off and get it to the bunker here. And with a little bit more curl, I might have actually got that sucker onto the green. But no harm, no foul. As you see, I was able to roll that in and still get the perfect ball out of the sand. Did want to show you that, guys, and make sure that you guys know about that. It's a very conditional situation. I actually love this video because it actually shows that my partner aimed straight at the hole and it didn't at all play downwind. Like, he didn't get any wind effects down at all. But what I did is I took it to higher ground, curled it back, and what that did is it made the shot arc go higher up in the air, and it actually carried to the island. So did want you guys to be aware of that is very doable. You know, it's a very skillful shot. Don't necessarily recommend going for it because, you know, just as easy as I did that, you know, we can still go OB. So, but, you know, especially with my opponent there out of bounds, no harm, no foul. Worst case scenario, we both go OB and we lay up second time. No big deal. But anyway, good luck there, guys, and catch you on the next one.